Dan Cianca tracking some higher temperatures out there coming our way.
Yeah, we've got a weather alert for you guys. We are talking about some heat coming this weekend, so we're looking all the way ahead to the weekend. National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat advisory, an excessive heat watch for our inland locations from Saturday through Monday. So that includes the Santa Cruz Mountains, Santa Clara County, the high country of San Benito County, the higher elevations and southern valleys of Monterey County, so all locations outside of the coast and lower elevation valleys from Saturday through Monday. So already looking ahead this next round of heat. We're talking about the potential for temperatures to get into the 90s and 100s for several days straight inland. In fact, maybe even more in the hundreds to in some cases close to 110 degrees range. And then lows that are pretty mild at night, especially up in the hills, are going to stay pretty warm. And all of these factors included in the increased risk of heat stroke and other heat illness. So already looking ahead to things, high pressure slowly building back in, and it will strengthen over the region over the coming days. And while temperatures today were fairly cool and we saw the low clouds near the coast like we're seeing out there tonight, well, things will change a little bit by the end of the week. So let's focus really quick on tonight. So you're seeing some clearing on the south side of the bay, but the north and east sides of the bay have been fairly thick with clouds. These clouds will stay fairly thick into the late evening hours. Temperatures cool in the 60s for the most part around the bay, and then inland a few spots in the 70s and 80s, but generally pretty cool for this time of year across the board today. The good news is the air quality has been much better over the last couple of days. We're moderate in Hollister and the Salinas Valley. The rest of the location's good. As we look at FUTURECAST smoke, on the scale you can see the yellows and reds would be higher smoke content, but notice most cities around the bay are going to stay in the very light smoky range into the day tomorrow. If you live in the higher elevations, you may be breathing a little bit more smoke, as most of the smoke from the area fires have been vented above our marine layer. So folks that live above the marine layer where it's nice and warm, well, you're also going to be dealing with a little bit more of a dirty atmosphere. So that marine layer is going to be present for us tomorrow morning, pushing into the valleys, patchy fog, patchy drizzle, the normal summer routine, even though today is the first day of meteorological fall. And then tomorrow afternoon, low clouds hanging around the coast. I don't think we're going to see much of a warm up tomorrow. I think we're going to stay fairly cool around the coast with low clouds sticking around. Some inland locations may head upward a couple of degrees. But in the Santa Cruz Mountains, highs cool for this time of year, 70s to around 80 degrees. We'll hit 70 in Santa Cruz, which is just a little bit warmer than today. 68 your high in Capitola. East shore of the bay going to stay in the 60s for the most part tomorrow. 70 in Salinas, 80 in Hollister, upper 80s into the Santa Clara Valley. The Monterey Peninsula tomorrow, all in the 60s. 67 your high in Monterey, Seaside at 68, and a little bit cooler out toward the points. And then farther south, away from the coast, we do have a few warm, if not hot readings, like the San Antonio Valley and Parkfield tomorrow. But most of the rest of us staying fairly cool for this time of year. 75 in Soledad, 76 in Carmel Valley, and only 65 tomorrow in Big Sur. Over the next 7 days, well, the warm-up is fairly apparent. We're going to add a few degrees day by day before we reach the maximum, somewhere in that Sunday to Monday time frame. At the moment, this area of heat does not look like it's going to be as hot on the coast as the last one that we saw, and we still will see some onshore flow, but that may change in the coming days. I'm keeping an eye on some of these smaller weather features that can make big differences in what we feel at the coast. So please stay tuned to the forecast as we head into the weekend, as things may change a bit. Inland areas, well, I'm sure that you're going to be hot. So highs reach above normal by Thursday and are at least 10 degrees above normal by Saturday. We're going to be looking at high temperatures in places like Bradley and Gilroy, perhaps closing in on that 110 degree mark for Sunday and Monday.